Everyone, welcome to the studio. So when you see me now in videos, you'll see me with these. My husband pointed out to me that I can use them like a mic, and I have been told by people that I sound like I'm mumbling a little bit in my videos, so this should help a lot. So today we're doing recycling. So I have a bunch of blue paints, I have some white, I have a little bit of a ruby color, and I mixed some of my white with some tempera powder. What we're going to do is a straight zigzag pour, see how that works on a recycled canvas. All right, let's try this. And I hope you get a chance to try this at home too. All right, so as promised, I have a recycled canvas, getting it ready. I still am going to put tape on the back for the overflow, but I'm not going to use push pins on the back of this one like I do in my other videos, simply because this canvas is old enough that it will take a hammer to get some of those push pins in the back. So I'm just going to use my little table tents. I still spray the back just like I do with a fresh canvas, just to tighten it up a little bit, even though it does have paint on the other side of it, and that spray will help tighten it up. So I've already stacked my cup with a bunch of blues, white with tempera powder in it, and some ruby. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm not going to put a base coat on my painting. I'm just going to have fun with it simply because it's a recycle. And I'm going to prop up all four sides. Then I'm going to prop up the last side just a little bit higher, but leaving these triangles right where I want them to land that canvas when I'm done. So for this pour, I'm going to prop it up a little bit so it's easier to flow down. Now, so you see this canvas was a watercolor. I washed it before I'm ready to start with a paper towel that has alcohol on it. Now you can use an alcohol wipe. However, I find that sometimes they're mixed with other chemicals that I do not want to touch my canvas. So I just use straight rubbing alcohol. I spray it on a paper towel. I don't spray it directly on the canvas. And then I wipe it and let it dry before I begin. So this is a clean canvas, even though it has previously been painted on. There's no dust, no particles on it. And we're going to get started. So you see that cup? There's some nice cells coming up in it already. So I'm going to go as close to the canvas as I can get for this wiggle pour. And slow it down a little bit. I did a little bit too fast there. Got some turquoise in here, some blue. As I said, I've got some tempera powder in my acrylic, a little bit of ruby, and the ruby I think has some metallic in it. I like how the turquoise is coming out on one side, and I do have some silver in here. It looks like it's gray almost. It's coming out on the other. And here comes some of my darker colors from the bottom. Some of that turquoise has mixed in with that blue. It almost looks like it's green. As I get to the end of it, I'm going to wiggle a little bit less. Some of these colors are mixing, probably because some of them are thinner than others. There we go. Very nice. Let me go ahead and put that down. Already got some nice stuff on the side here. Got bubbles everywhere, so let me go ahead and grab my torch. Where'd it go? Grab my torch, get some bubbles going. Now, because these are leftover paints, I really don't know if any of them have silicone in them. I do know that a couple of them are metallic. There are a lot of bubbles coming up, but I can't tell you if that's because they're silicone or if that's because it's metallic. Just can't tell you. Look at this. This is lovely. So let me stretch this out just a little. Get a good grip on it. Since I don't have pins, I want to make sure I'm getting it back in the right spot. Alright, so here's another thing to notice. If I have paint that's going to kind of roll to the side, it rolls under if there's not a paint next to it. Now I'm going to use black up against it. What that does is it helps the black be the one that rolls under instead of the colors that I have. And sometimes that black will pop back up elsewhere, depending on how far it rolls. Looks like I've already gone over the side here. But some of this pattern I just don't want to lose. Just to help it roll. I am going to lose a good bit of this black, by the way. That is okay. That'll help. All right, now let's get back to what we were doing here. So now you see how that's sliding on top of that black? Now, I don't want to lose that pattern, so I'm going to bring it back to the center. Go this way next. Maybe bring that pattern out a little bit more. There we go. Loving this. Looking good. Again, bringing the weight back to the center, stretching out some of those cells right there. And go straight down this way. I hope you're able to see that. All right, let's go work on that corner down there one more time. Remember, this is all with recycled paints. Just the last little bits left in the jars and in the cups. All right, so now I'm going to try to bring that back again and find my table tints. I've got some colors that have turned into purple. Doesn't start with purple, but down here in this corner I have some colors that turned into purple. Alright, and make sure everything landed where it goes. And try to make sure the sides are done. And there, that was kind of a quick painting, but it's beautiful. Alright, as promised, I'm going to show you the finished painting. Look at the wonderful cells that are popping up. Cool little bubbles, not really bubbles, but cool effects everywhere. All from recycled paint on a recycled canvas. And as usual, I will show you the finished painting when it dries.